Okay, so I have something special for you guys in today's video. I have created a Lightroom preset pack. Now, what is included in this preset pack is 5 Lightroom presets of my own editing style. So if you're in the market for Lightroom preset packs, you like my photos, you like my work, then this is the pack for you. So in the next videos, starting with this one, I'm gonna show you guys each preset in this pack, what is included, and how you can use them. If you want to support me, my work, my channel, there will be a link for the Lightroom preset pack in the description below. I've worked really hard on it and I know you're gonna enjoy it. All right, let's get into the video. So today I thought I'd show you the Moody preset. Basically, I'm gonna show you how it can turn your photo from this to this. Let's get into it. Here I have this photo in Lightroom. Right? So as you can see, it's really bright, right? She's smiling. It's a little bit overexposed, but that's okay because I shoot it in RAW, so I'm able to bring down that brightness. So the first thing I'm gonna do is apply the Moody preset right here. And as you can see, if you do a quick before and after, there's already a big difference. Now, as it is with any other presets, you never just want to apply a preset and not touch it after, right? So right now, I'm gonna go in, make some adjustments, and finalize the photo. But that is what you wanna do. You never just wanna slap on a preset on your photo and call it a day. Always go in and make some modifications, make it fit your own style. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna adjust the framing a little bit, maybe crop it here, perfect. Boom, just like that. In this preset, all the settings are already covered. So right now I'm just gonna go in really quickly and show you what this preset is doing. So as you can see right here, the exposure is way down, right? Because if you want a moody photo, you wanna have your exposure pretty low. The contrast is raised. You can see the highlights. You got high highlights, high shadows, lowered whites and blacks. Okay, now if we go down to the tone curves, if I deactivate it, right? You can kind of see what it is doing. And then in the color mixer, if you look at her skin tones, for example, in the color mixer, I really bring back the skin tones because her skin was a little bit pale, right? So in the color mixer, the reds are saturated and the orange are saturated as well. Now in the color grading, there's not a ton happening, but there is a little bit of things happening. As you can see, I put some blue, some teal in the shadows. You can go in on your own and look at each of the settings. But in this video, I just wanted to show you quickly what the preset is doing for the basic settings. Now we're gonna go in and adjust the settings to make the image look even better. And the way I'm gonna do this is using masks. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is select the background and I'm gonna darken it a bunch. Well, not a bunch, but just enough so that it's not too distracting. So I'm gonna lower the exposure quite a bit until I see something that I like. Yeah, -1, that's good. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna desaturate the background. Boom, perfect. Not all the way because I don't want a black and white background, but I just want the background to have less colors than the foreground so that the subject is really standing out. Perfect. Something like this does it really, really well. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to work on the teeth a little bit. Sometimes the teeth will have a little bit of a yellow hue. So what you wanna do is create a mask that only selects the teeth, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna desaturate those yellows. Then I'm gonna raise up the whites just a little bit. I'll show you. As I said, what I'm gonna do is desaturate the teeth a little bit. And to take away some of those yellow hues, I'm going to drag the temperature into the blue just a bit. So a little bit. Perfect. Then I'm gonna raise the whites. Boom. Now you don't wanna overdo it, but you can use this amount slider here to adjust the intensity of the effect. If I lower it all the way, you don't see the effect, right? So this is basically like the opacity of the effect. From the start, it's at 100. If you raise it, it's gonna be really intense, right? This looks really unnatural. but I'm gonna have it at around 50, maybe 80. Yeah, because I don't want it to be too distracting. Perfect. Now what I'm gonna do is create a radial gradient around her face, just like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise the exposure of her face and raise the shadows a little bit also. Perfect. Perfect. Then what I'm gonna do is duplicate and invert this mask. So it's gonna duplicate it and invert it. So instead of selecting the face, it's gonna select everything that's around it. And then I'm gonna darken that. So do the exact opposite. Boom. And there we have it. There we have it. So as you can see, the preset got us most of the way there. And all we had to do is do some little adjustments and use the masks to really elevate the photo to the next level. If I show you the before the masks and after the masks, you can really see that, you know, it really brings up the photo that much higher. And having this preset, it cuts the work for you by already half. Instead of doing all the work, you can just use the preset and then focus on the masks. Now I'm gonna show you how you can apply all the settings to another photo, because I have another portrait of this woman that I wanna apply these settings to, but I don't wanna have to redo everything and all the masks. So the first thing we're gonna do is rename the masks. So this I'm gonna rename it to background, teeth, face lift. I guess I'll rename it to vignette because it's kind of like adding a vignette around everything. Perfect. All right, so then what I'm gonna do is click here and select copy. I'm gonna select check all, but I don't wanna actually copy everything. For example, I don't wanna copy the healing and I don't wanna copy the crop. But as you can see, it's gonna copy everything else, even the masks. As you can see, the background, the teeth, the facelift, the vignette is gonna copy all of that. So we're gonna select copy. Then I'm gonna go to the photo that I wanna apply these settings to. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and click on paste. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna paste all the settings from the last photo to this one, even the masks. And this is great because all the mask settings will apply. If this had a different background, the mask settings would adjust for that. If it's another person, it would also adjust for that. It's really great. So now let's see if everything has copied over well. The background. See, now it's selecting only the background. It has adjusted for that. Now the teeth, it hasn't selected anything because she's not smiling, so there are no teeth to select. For the face, the facelift mask, this is pretty good. I'm just gonna drag it here a little bit. And the vignette, I'm gonna do the same thing. Now I wanna do something with her eyes. I wanna sharpen her eyes a little bit because I want it to be really sharp. So what I'm gonna do here is create a new mask and select people. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select her eyes. So the eye sclera, the iris, and pupil. Create mask. So right now it's created a mask of only the eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to raise the whites just a bit. I'm going to raise the shadows to bring back some detail. Something like that. And then I'm going to bring up the texture. And this is really, really going to add texture to the eyes and it's really going to sharpen it. So if we do before, after, see? That's really great. Now, again, you don't want to overdo this, right? So you can use this slider here to adjust for it. You know, if you don't want the effect to be so prominent, that's okay. Boom. This is it. Before the masks and after the masks. Okay, now I just want to show you this preset again on another portrait. So here we have this other portrait here, and I'm just going to apply the Moody preset to it. So as you can see now, it's really just missing the masks. So what I'm going to do, again, select the background. Perfect. Then I'm going to darken the background. I'm going to desaturate it a little bit. Perfect. Then I'm going to add a radial gradient. I'm going to brighten that. Raise the shadows just a bit. Then I'm going to duplicate it, invert it, and do the exact opposite. By this I mean I'm going to darken everything. Perfect. Then I'm going to select the eyes. And for the eyes, I'm going to raise up the whites. I'm going to raise shadows just a bit. Perfect. And I'm gonna add a lot of texture. Perfect. Boom. And that took like no time at all. Now, of course, what you can do, and what I do encourage you to do, is to go in each setting. You know, if you want, you can adjust it. If you want to desaturate some colors, right? You want to desaturate the oranges a bit. You want to desaturate the yellows. You can really go in and do whatever adjustments that you want to fit your own style. But this preset gets you most of the way there. If you are interested in getting this Moody preset, it is included in the pack with 5 other presets. You can click the first link in the description below, which will take you right to the preset. And if you purchase this preset, it will support me and it will directly support my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you. Keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.